All right. I was on the streets of Albuquerque one time, and I was speaking to this guy that I thought was probably God, right, in disguise. And he and I were talking, and a bunch of Muslim teenagers walked by, and maybe my face gave it away, but I know love is the way, but I'm just a man, just like all the rest of you, and sometimes it's like it's just sad. It's like very sad. I mean, everything happening nowadays really began in the United States. Um, the United States began. It was ran by secret societies. The United States has never been free. It's all been an illusion. But one of the things that these secret societies started doing was they started bringing in immigrants from all over Europe. And, this was at the beginning a Protestant nation, but they were bringing in all these Catholics. And they were doing that in order to divide and conquer. Like, this was a political tool. You bring in a bunch of Catholic immigrants, you, you know, you get good with these Catholic leaders, and you're able to now divide and conquer your own population. This is about population control, because when the people of the United States get angry at what's happening, like you had the so-called Whiskey Rebellion, which is total propaganda, right? They called it the Whiskey Rebellion in order to make these people sound like a bunch of drunkards, right? But they had a virtuous and justified reason to be angry against these corrupt laws. Um, like all these taxes were being taken in, and none of these taxes were being paid to the veterans. They were all being paid to these rich elite assholes. And so they got angry. And they had the Whiskey Rebellion. These virtuous Protestant men. And so what do? They start bringing in all these immigrants. And now all over the world you have immigrants. Like, this is the modern political way. The modern political way is to bring in immigrants, because all over the world there's an immigrant crisis. In Mexico there's a bunch of Central Americans, and the Mexicans hate the Central Americans, and vice versa. It's about dividing and conquering your populace so that they don't get mad at the tyranny that they're living under, rather they get mad at the other. Anyways, I'm just a man, just like the rest of you. And I saw these Muslim teenagers pass, and this guy might have seen my face. I might have betrayed myself. And he immediately said, "Bless them," which was strange, because this guy was fucking drugged out and weird. But he immediately said, "Bless them." And I mean, that's true, because it's like, I mean, if you're living in a Muslim country, you could be at a wedding party, and all of a sudden an American missile comes in and blows up your wedding party, murdering innocent little infants, murdering children, murdering women, murdering innocent men. All to get one bad guy. I mean, it's like divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer. Um, so, I understand some of you imams out there, but Allah is of mercy, and for an imam to say that the Western men who are suffering, They're being murdered just like your people are being murdered. Like you're playing into the devil's game, you fucking imams. You're playing into their game, and you're not caring about your people. You know, and me myself, I've changed my ways. You know, I think, you know, like my dad is a dark man. His grandmother was full Apache. In fact, both of his parents are dark skinned. But he's got a lot of his Apache in him. But my mom's a white redhead. And, you know, I now see America as the melting pot of the world. It really is. And it's been the melting pot of the world for a long time, you know. And so, you know, I now bless them and welcome them here. And welcome all you guys. And we can't play into their game. And all you imams out there, you're playing into their game. You're playing right into their fucking game. The people who are murdering your people. You're going after the innocents, saying that they deserve no mercy. And you're totally ignoring the substance of it all.